A Lean Six Sigma team can be a small team of 5 to 6 members or a bigger team of 10 or more members. When working with a Lean Six Sigma project team, it is likely that each team member will have a different perspective on how a process operates and what may be improved. Process mapping is a very effective visual technique that may be used across numerous stages of a Six Sigma project. The objective of a process map is to facilitate the development of a shared understanding of how a process should operate. So by the end of the video, you will understand what exactly is Lean Six Sigma process mapping and how to create a process map in Six Sigma. Before we get started, I would like to address the agenda for today's session. We will start our session by understanding what is Six Sigma process mapping. Then we will talk about Six Sigma process maps and how process mapping works in Six Sigma. Then, we will understand the benefits of process mapping and finally conclude by talking about how to create a process map in Six Sigma. Also, if you like this video, do subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, to learn more about Six Sigma and its practices, check out Invensis Learning Six Sigma and Quality Management Certification Training. All of the necessary information is given in the description box. Before any further ado, let us start by understanding what exactly Six Sigma process mapping is. Process mapping is a method used in Six Sigma projects to visualize the phases of a particular activity or process. Six Sigma process mapping is a flowchart that displays the inputs and outputs of an event, process, or activity in an easy-to-read, step-by-step style. Six Sigma process maps are often created by the project leader. By using any specialist flowchart software, it is possible to create process maps, which is particularly useful for more sophisticated mapping tasks. However, process maps may be created using easily accessible tools in Office Suite software or by hand. The crucial aspect is not how the map was generated but the correctness of the mapped process. Now, let us understand the Six Sigma process maps. During a Six Sigma project, multiple types of process maps are used. Depending on the process you're analyzing or your project objectives, either you may need to document each step in detail, or you may need a quick summary to provide to stakeholders. Whatever your circumstance, use these process maps to profit from Six Sigma process mapping. First process map is SIPOC. SIPOC is an acronym for suppliers, inputs, process, outputs, and consumers, and it provides a high-level picture of your process and its contributing parts. Utilize this graphic at the beginning of a process improvement project or before getting into more extensive process mapping since it offers additional information on top of your process. A SIPOC diagram may be used for a variety of purposes. Continuous improvement is the most common purpose. A finalized SIPOC diagram may be used to pinpoint problem areas, carry out process analysis, and communicate company activities to an audience since it offers a high-level map of a process. Next is high-level process map. The high-level process map depicts the fundamental phases of your process, allowing you to understand it without having to go into the details. This map is useful for dealing with executives or managers, since they often need to understand the big picture but may not necessarily want process-specific details. The goal of creating a process map is to identify clients and to orient the team to the process, which needs to be enhanced in order to meet project objectives. A fundamental rule for creating a high-level process map is to design it in such a way that it represents how the process presently functions, as is, rather than how it should function, should be. Next is detailed process map. As its name implies, a detailed process map allows you to see all the specifics of a process or sub-process. This process map is very useful for identifying the underlying cause of mistakes or waste in a process since it demands so much specificity. Employees who conduct the process may also need to be involved since they will have the greatest expertise in it. A detailed process map includes information on the actual type, quality, and so on, of the input needed and the desired result. Additionally, it includes explicit instructions on how the procedure needs to operate. The inputs, outputs, and variables of the process are made clearer by creating a detailed process map. Once the details are listed, you can begin to prioritize and decide which ones are most important. Next is swim lane diagram or deployment flowchart. A swim lane diagram, which is also known as a deployment flowchart, splits the process according to the individual or group responsible for each step. In addition to highlighting cross-functionality, this kind of process map emphasizes where handoffs occur, while other process maps may not do so. Next is value stream map. A value stream map is a process map that displays and analyzes the actions involved in manufacturing a product or providing a service. It is developed as part of lean implementation and process improvement. It is a comprehensive diagram that depicts the present condition of a process, concentrating on the value-added or non-value-added processes. These were the different types of process maps. Now, let us understand how process mapping works for Six Sigma. 100% defect-free goods and products are the main goals of companies using Six Sigma. In order to reach this objective, businesses must use the DMAIC process, which is a Six Sigma process improvement technique. The 5 DMAIC methodology stages are: define, in this stage, specify the issue, improvement area, or client needs. Measure, in this stage, evaluate the effectiveness of the existing procedure. Analyze, in this stage, analyze the process to identify the underlying source of errors or inefficiency. Improve, in this stage, enhance performance by removing the underlying cause. Control, in this stage, control the enhanced procedure to guarantee good performance. Now, process mapping begins from the very beginning. Anyone participating in improving processes or removing errors must first identify and thoroughly understand the process. A Six Sigma process map depicts the procedure visually, step by step, so that others can understand the process easier. Now, let us talk about the benefits of process mapping. The process map may assist the project team in visualizing each of these questions, allowing them to minimize waste and improve the process continuously, which is the essence of the Lean Six Sigma approach. Some benefits of process mapping are: first, view the full procedures in a single view. Visualizations make abstract topics such as processes visible, so that people may comprehend them more quickly. Rather than actually going through the process or reading individual step descriptions to obtain knowledge, you may see the whole process at once on a process map. Secondly, quicker waste detection. By visualizing the process, it is easier to identify areas that do not provide value or reduce productivity. In addition, you may create a map of your future state and compare it to your present condition. Third, is deliver on the promises made. The Six Sigma methodology focuses on quality. You want to reduce faults so that your consumers get the particular items and services they anticipate at the expected time. Six Sigma process mapping encourages you to view your process as it really occurs, allowing you to determine where it may fall short of expectations. Fourth is, educate your future training and reference. Once you've identified and rectified flaws, educate new employees or distribute the revised method around the workplace so that everyone recalls the right protocol. This is very important as you want your future teams not to repeat the same mistakes and follow the right routine. These were some of the benefits of process mapping. Now, let us move on to our next topic and understand the main topic and understand how a process map in Six Sigma can be created. When building a process map, take into consideration that the map will resemble a flowchart that depicts the beginning of the process, its intermediate phases, and its conclusion or intended output. The map may be a high-level overview or a much more comprehensive map with sub-steps for each key feature. The complexity of your projects will determine the sort of process map you choose. Now, the steps for Six Sigma process mapping are: first, identify context and scope. What are your objectives for this process map? Which process or process component must be reviewed? Once you have determined how the process map will assist you, you may choose a process map type and determine the level of information it should include. Second, identify and order the existing process steps. Set the beginning and the ending points of your process, keeping in mind the goal and scope of your Six Sigma process map. Add more shapes to indicate process phases, inputs, outputs, material transit, and so on. Utilize process mapping symbols to distinguish between these phases graphically. Third is, using symbols appropriately. Many Six Sigma system maps include the same collection of symbols, with each symbol representing a unique occurrence or set of points. Paint these symbols on each process level, and verify that the whole team knows the significance of each symbol. These are the most recognizable characters and ideals. Terminator, the phase continues, then everything concludes. Rectangle, it is a part of the protocol, an action or job to be performed. Oval, inputs and outputs in steps, or the whole phase. D, the letter D indicates phase delays. Arrow, this represents phase acceleration. Diamond, a situation requiring a choice within the system. Fourth is, request others to examine the map for accuracy. Send your Six Sigma process map to members of other teams to verify the accuracy of your data. You may even go through the process yourself with your process map in hand to ensure that every step has been addressed. Fifth is, analyze the process map and identify problem areas. This allows you to see your process accurately. You may now use this documentation when you have queries regarding the procedure. Are there any of the steps that can be eliminated or combined? Are there any redundancies? Why are you experiencing delays during the procedure? Continue to question why the process performs as it does. Note or modify your process map to keep track of the desired modifications. Next, sixth, another optional step is to create a new process map outlining your desired state. In addition to visualizing your existing state, Six Sigma process mapping may also be used to map your process as you would want it to be. With this ideal procedure in hand, it is possible to compare the two diagrams and decide how to get the present condition closer to the future state. I would like to conclude this session by saying, whether your Six Sigma objectives are to improve your lead generation or understand your user flows better, graphically mapping your processes may help you achieve them. Most projects use a variety of map designs. You may begin with a SIPOC, followed by a map of the high level. After doing an analysis, you will determine how to construct a detailed chart and figure out the parts with problems. After determining the underlying reasons and implementing a new procedure, the swim lane map may give important information. Use these suggestions and process map templates to decrease errors and assure that every process delivers excellent results. So, with this, we have come to the end of this video. I hope it was helpful. Comment your thoughts in the section below. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell, never to miss an update from the Invensis Learning channel. Also, to learn more about Six Sigma and its practices, check out Invensis Learning Six Sigma certification training. Invensis Learning is one of the world's leading and best professional certification training providers. Many benefits derive from getting a Six Sigma awareness certification. If you're looking to touch new career heights, Invensis Learning will help you achieve your dream. All of the necessary information is given in the description box below. Thank you. Have a nice day.